You smell what the Rock is cooking.
Acknowledge me.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
We are bad to the bone. Get it? Bad to the bone.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'll fight anybody who do you want. Just let me fight him.
Let me tell you something, Jim Ross.
Mega power, yeah. We got it for you.
We are the best of the best.
Woo! Wheeling dealing. Smart marks.
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Talk 'em in the Building, a pro wrestling podcast where we talk about the promo. We talk about the talkers. We hype the hype man. And of course, we pontificate upon the promo. I'm Adrian. You already know it's no BS coming from me. I'm joined as always by the homie on the West Coast, Ada Lee. How you living, bro?
What's up, brother?
Hey. Good to see you. Good to see you. Our other compadre, Greg, is currently representing the pod at the MLB All-Star Game. So shout out to Greg. Shout out to the National League Division. Hopefully they win and it gets a little closer to a World Series championship for any of those teams. But in his place, we got a good substitute today. I'm not even going to call him a substitute because he's part of the family. He's one of my good friends, and hopefully he'll be one of you all's good friends at the end of this pod. We got from the It Doesn't Matter podcast, we got the brother Dom, man. How you living, man?
Good, man. Appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. So, listeners, if this is your first time, like I said, normally in this podcast, we break down promos. We go far back in the past. We talk about today's promos. If it's hot, we're talking about it. But we also have our little special episodes where we talk about the in-house experience as a guest of these promotions. And we call that the In the Building Report. It's been a hot summer. All of us have been going to shows. You know, Ada Lee's been to a couple. We just recently broke down the AEW's 300th episode. I've been to a couple shows. I've been to some indie shows. And just this past weekend, I was in Atlanta. So, of course, I had to go check out Evolution, Saturday Night Main Event, NXT, that sort of thing. But Dom here, this episode today, y'all, we're talking about All Elite Wrestling's All In event that happened in Dallas, Texas this past weekend. Dom and his buddy John, shout out to John, they were out there, and they're going to give us the bird's eye view of how it was being there in Dallas for this great event. So, you fellas, you ready to talk about some All In?
Yes, fun.
Awesome. So before we get into it, I got a little icebreaker because I've seen a little conversation going on online dealing with counter programming and competition. So this past weekend, like we said, All Elite Wrestling, they were in Dallas, Texas. They had some events Friday, Ring of Honor. They had StarCast going on the weekend. And, of course, they had All In on Saturday. Huge event. It looked good on television. And that's why Dom's here to talk about that event. Now, in Atlanta, WWE announced maybe a couple months ago that they were going to have an event that just so happened to be the same weekend of All In. And a lot of people were crying foul. A lot of people were crying foul, saying that WWE's counter programming, and WWE's trying to pull people away from the focus of All Elite Wrestling. This is why I want to talk about it, fellas. It's my opinion that competition is good for professional wrestling. I want to know from you, Ada Lee, what are your thoughts on WWE's decision to counter program against AEW's All In event?
Let's just call it what it is, right? It comes down to three words: the pro wrestling business. And people forget the business part about it, right? We have our favorites, we have our likes, we have our dislikes, but at the end of the day, what's that bottom line? You know, what are they making? What is the resolution to all these events? And call it petty on WWE's part because it is always a little curious that they do it at the same time, right? Yeah. It is what it is, and they could, say all they want, like, it's not competition. Whatever the truth may be, it's somewhere in the middle, or if it's just straight up, we're going to counter program. Mm-hmm. Have we forgotten the Monday Night Wars? Have we forgotten WCW versus WWF, which produced the greatest wrestling from a fan perspective that there's ever been, right? So I say that's fine because that will make, it's going to help everybody ultimately for me. So I don't see it as something as a negative. I just think it comes down as fans where I think sometimes we take things too seriously, too personally, almost like a sports team, right? Sure. You see people argue over like, oh, you should have signed this or you shouldn't. I'm like, first of all, they don't even know who you are. Let's be real.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
But I'm going to put my money where it's entertaining. And right now I'm not beholden to any company, right? I went to an AEW. I went to a WWE. I'm going to go to an indie show because I like pro wrestling. And that's ultimately what's going to be. And if it's good and it's good enough for me to spend my hard-earned dollars, then so be it. So the other piece of it is like they were in completely different cities. So you can't tell me that, you're monopolizing everything that was happening in All In Weekend.
Right.
And, that's going to take away from Atlanta. Everybody was going to go where they were going to go. And, Dom was there and, and people like you were in Atlanta and we're all better for it because we're here. I want to talk about it today because I'm curious about the live experience from Dom because I just came off of AEW show and I had my criticisms. I had my likes, but I saw it on TV. I'm like, whoa, that's 20 something thousand people. It looks like it was a lot more on TV. Mm-hmm. And again, perception is reality, right? A lot of times we talk about if you're walking by in a bar and like it's, as Adrian likes to say, if you can stop and be captivated by it. And that's what it was. There was a lot of times I was watching the show and I was like, this looks like a much bigger show than attendance wise than it was on numbers.
Right.
And to the casual viewers, like, hey, what's going on over here? It's
obviously a big deal. There's so many people. It's a big deal.
They're treating it. Yeah, exactly. And they're treating it like a big deal, right? This is effectively their WrestleMania. And it showed. It was clearly there. So from a competition point of view, I'm like, how can you complain? I mean, like, don't be happy for it. Be happy that we're even having a conversation about competition.
Right. So Dom, you're just now getting back home on the East Coast, and we just finished talking about it before we started recording. You're getting caught up on what WWE did. Like you're in the middle of watching one of their events. You were in the second match of Evolution. So what are your thoughts on the fact that fans, instead of being happy that it's so much out there, so many different options, instead of focusing on that, they're just focusing on, I'm team AEW, you're team WWE. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first and foremost, Evolution was supposed to take place in my home state of Connecticut at Mohegan Sun the first week of July. It was supposed to. So I already have my tickets for AEW All In. I'm like, okay, I could go here one weekend.
You're about to eat good. Yeah.
I was about to eat good. Next thing you know, I got the announcement, WWE's going to have a weekend event in Atlanta. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then there's the same weekend as AEW. I'm like,
my bad, bro. My bad.
I'm like, come on. I called John. I'm like, yo, John, Evolution. I'm like, what you want to do? He's like, we're going to Dallas. I'm like, all right, we're going to Dallas. Like, cause I was looking forward to Evolution. Like, all right, I'm about to go see history right here. But you got to have competition, man. You have to, because we all know when WCW got bought out, the best thing for WWE was they had Paul Heyman on SmackDown, and SmackDown started beating the Raw for their ratings and whatnot. And then after 2006 to 2010, 11, it got stagnant. It got boring. I stopped watching. I stopped watching after a while. Like, I got back into WWE after I seen Sheamus beat John Cena for the title. I'm like, that caught me off guard. I'm like, who is this dude? And I just started picking back up again. But you definitely need this. I'm glad that we have competition between AEW and WWE right now, because Triple H is pulling out all the big guns to keep WWE afloat. But AEW definitely countered this past weekend.
Yeah, no doubt.
You had all your events going on. We got something for y'all ass, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna run this show a little longer, and that's fine. Like I've seen reports where they're saying that like Tony specifically ran this show longer to counter program WWE. And me as a fan, I'm like, cool, man, dude, rock and roll. If you like it, I love it. And if I love AEW, I got more product of AEW because y'all want to be petty. Like, it's cool, man. That's business. Me as a consumer, we're benefiting from this. We are benefiting from this kind of competition. A good amount of talent is benefiting financially from a level of competition. Like, it's so many different people. Maybe not the indies so much. Like, I think more conversations need to be had about how WWE and AEW's battles are really affecting the independent levels right now. Not that many people. Maybe one episode we can actually do that. But overall, man, we're eating. We're eating good, man. This past weekend, we were eating good. I want to know your thoughts, or we want to know your thoughts. Comment down below. Is competition good for pro wrestling? Let us know in the comments. We're going to try to comment back. We respond appropriately. So if you come in correct, I'm going to respond incorrect. So fair warning, IWC. Let's have at it. All right, so Dom, let's go ahead and get into this in the building report. Like we said before, you travel from the Northeast all the way down to sunny Dallas, Texas for AEW All In. Tony Khan should be very thankful for you supporting this product. And we're thankful that you came so you can fill us in on what you saw. So
100%.
before we get into it, man, the first question we always ask to open up our in the building report, who talked you into the building?
So who talked me to the building? It was myself.
Okay.
The reason why I say this, because I am a diehard baseball fan, and I went to Dallas for WrestleMania 38. And the only thing wrestling related, not wrestling related, I wanted to do was check out Globe Life Field, home of the Texas Rangers, just to get off my bucket list. That's my bucket list. See every single MLB ballpark.
Nice,
so I missed it. I missed the WrestleMania 38. So as soon as I seen they announced All In is going to be in Texas, I called John. John was like, all right, well, we're going to make it happen. So it was me.
Okay. I like it. Were you able to catch a game? Like, were they?
Nah, they was out of town.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
I just need to see
just seeing the stadium is
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, okay. I like that. I know I went out to the West Coast to meet with Ada Lead and our buddy Christian for a New Japan show. And leading into it, we went up to Angels Stadium or whatnot. And that was my first time ever going there. So it was fun, man. That was fun. I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I enjoyed myself. So it's always fun when you travel to another city and you get to experience the things that those locals are experiencing. So that's pretty dope.
I'm trying to persuade John for November to Survivor Series. San Diego.
Okay.
Like,
San Diego.
Oh, yeah. You're going to link up with me, man. You should do it. Let's do it.
Nice. Okay. All right. So let's get into some of these categories. Like we said before, we're going to ask you the grade A through F, and we want you to talk about it. So first category, crowd. Talk to us about the crowd.
Man, I give the crowd an A, man. The crowd was awesome all night, man. They were you see the top quality matches they were pushing, man. So the crowd was hot. You can't go wrong with them, man.
Nice. Was there any match that you just saw them take it up a notch, or like was it like just high impact throughout the whole show?
I would say like maybe the second half of the show, maybe like towards after like Dustin won the TNT title, like the crowd just went up. When Toni Storm and Sasha or Mercedes Renee had their match, they was hot for Mariah, Toni Storm, Kenny and
that was the match I was looking forward to. They cooked.
They love Will Ospreay's entrance.
Oh, of course,
they love that the Assassin's Creed joint. It was, man, but like I think probably the loudest ovation. I'm not sure how it sounded on TV, but I know in the building when Bryan Danielson returned.
That was a pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yes movement was back in full effect.
Okay, I like it. All right, let's talk about production, man. How did you enjoy that experience?
Everything looked amazing out there.
Okay.
I'm not sure how it sounded on TV, like the entrance theme songs and whatnot. It sounded kind of low on my end.
Okay.
I know it's a louder venue, but maybe it sounded a little better on TV. Adelaide, how'd this sound?
It sounded good. Yeah, I caught the show. I caught the show as happening, and to your point, and production wise, I mean, they got it down already. I think those early years were a little. They're trying to figure things out still, but
yeah,
they're a fine tuned machine. Actually, that was going to be my follow up. Was a lot of the time the way that you experience it in the arena or in the stadium, whatever it might be, is really different from TV just because of camera angles, because of close ups and everything. And actually, from a production standpoint, were there any differences, anything special that they might have done? Obviously, the setup was a little bigger than usual, but was there anything that kind of you noticed differently from a typical AEW show, or maybe comparing it to another WWE show?
I think they showed like the fans a lot more than from what I'm seeing like on the Jumbotron. It seemed like they show the fans a lot more compared to
20,000 plus. You gotta take as many opportunities to show that kind of that kind of situation.
Yeah, what's the odds of Adam Cole's in the ring crying? You see the person with a cell phone saying "We love you, Adam" or whatever it said. Like that's a good. Like, how'd you find that so quickly?
That's a good shot.
Well, unless it was a plant, but
oh man,
but you never know.
This ain't conspiracy Dom talking, is it? So what's your grade for production, bro?
I give it an A.
Hey, okay,
good. Everything's good.
Nice. They're on a good track so far. Now we're on merch. My favorite category, probably out of Leeds, one of his favorite categories. We're always talking about good. We're always talking about merch options. The quality of the product. How do you grade AEW's merch?
So I will grade it for it being inside the arena. I probably I'll give it a C. That's just my personal reason.
No, go
why?
on.
Because
why is it
my
C?
mindset, I get the emails from Pro Wrestling Tees all the time. My mindset, I'm buying this Okada t-shirt, him smiling with the middle finger. That's what I'm in my mindset. When I go to the merch table, all they have is I was at AEW All in Texas. Like that's all you see. Like every single shirt, it was AEW. It makes sense because you think about a larger number.
Yeah,
a crowd, whatever. It's a lot easier. People, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, the hoodie and baseball jersey. They had a Will Ospreay soccer jersey. That was pretty dope. But everything else was all like I was there at AEW with the date. I was like I didn't care about that. I want the Hurt Business hat. They
didn't have that.
Nah,
okay.
Nah. So I think
did they have any Hurt Business merch? Because that's one of their most over talents.
I honestly don't know. I took a picture of the merch table. I'll definitely send it to you. But I was kind of disappointed. And shirts is like $50. I'm like, dang, that's kind of pricey for a t-shirt.
Tax inside the building for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I went on the website today. I'm like, all right, let me see what they got. Everything I seen up there, like I might buy me one because the t-shirt that's $50, like $25 right now. So like, all right, I get it cheaper. I was there, but yeah,
it's that inflation. I was there. Inflation. Okay.
I have a question about that. Was there multiple merch stands or few? Like, what would you estimate? I don't know if you got a chance to walk around and kind of scope it out in that way.
Yeah, I took a few laps. I would say there's probably definitely on the first level. I think it was like 2 or 3. I want to say.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, it was all the same thing. So yeah.
Okay, so they scaled it appropriately for how many people they were.
And I asked it because that was my biggest criticism, and I gave when I went to AEW 300, I gave it the same grade. I gave them a C.
Mm-hmm.
But mine was for lack of merch stands. They only had one for a 5,000 seat show, but they did have a lot of merch. To your point, expensive, right? Like, like you're gonna spend $40-$50 or whatever it is on an item. But it's kind of disappointing to hear that because it seems like such a lost opportunity, which everybody's so rabid about merch right now because the product is hot. It's like I was sharing with the guys when I went to the Worlds Collide show. They had a few merch stands, WWE did, but people were there to spend money. In fact, I saw literally someone in front of me buy a $600 belt and just walk away with it.
Just like that.
And I was like, what? And he was not the only one that day because they were down. So a couple. But anyway, that's interesting.
Those belts are high. I thought about it, like, I can't do that.
They're nice, dude.
Man. Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah. You can only look at it for so much, man. Like, you're just like, shit, I just dropped 600 on this, man.
Seriously, man.
Yeah. But did John get anything from the merch stand?
Nah,
did y'all get I was there shirt or anything?
He didn't get anything either. I'm surprised.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get anything. Plus the lines were crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it was curving. It was definitely curving.
So that's a good thing for them.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for them because people, especially people that are traveling for shows. I've said it before. If you're traveling for a show, you're probably more than willing and prepared to spend some money on the merch because you want the full experience. So it's good. It's good that they did scale it for a larger show compared to just having one stand or one underperforming stand. All right. This is an underrated category, Dom. And I think it's only been one show we've reviewed where it was like higher level, but let's talk about Concessions. What was your grade for them?
They were pretty good. I would give them like a good B. They were solid.
Okay.
Solid B.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the reason? What's the reason? Variety, you said?
Yeah, variety. That's for sure. You know, they had their, the popcorn, had the walk-in tacos, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
They had the gigantic foot-long hot dogs. They had all that. They had tenders. Hurtados. They had like the barbecue nachos, all that stuff like that.
Oh, okay. See,
they had Whataburger. I never had Whataburger before till then.
Oh, they had it in the building. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
like,
did you get some?
Yeah, I had a Whataburger and some onion rings. So.
What are your thoughts on it? Are you a Whataburger guy now?
It's not special. Kind of remind me back in high school. Like, all right, you just take this hamburger and just roll with it, but.
Yeah,
just experience.
I hear the In-N-Out versus Whataburger debate all the time. So
we come out for Survivors. Oh, so you've had it. Okay, so then you know what's up.
Gotta get an animal style. Is that what it's called, or wild style?
That's a secret menu, though, right?
Is it? I don't know.
It's supposed to be. Everybody knows. It's loaded with like every ingredient you want. It's like Thousand Island sauce, cheese, and like grilled onions for fries.
Okay.
So that's kind of
that's good marketing by them. If you make it sound like it's a if you know type situation. So for Concessions, you gave them a B. So that's a good mark.
Yeah.
Now finally, let's get the overall grade of the show. Not just the categories that we talked about, but the matches, all of that whole experience.
I give it a solid A, man. It was a good show from start to finish, man. I definitely enjoyed it. Even the 0 hour, they started off pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was a long show, but I definitely enjoyed it. And I got I'm a big FTR guy. I love FTR as my tag team, but I love right now the Outrunners.
Outrunners, everybody loves those guys.
Oh my
everybody
God.
Loves those guys. Yeah.
When I first seen them, they came to Connecticut, and I seen them. I was like, these dudes, they like some manly men. So you seeing them on 0 hour, manly men. So their costumes, they repping Newports. Like, all right.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, the people love them, and then I like the little handshake. They're hulking up the hand, and then son of a bitch. Like, that's dope right there.
Yeah. So. Man, I hope they continue to do things with those guys because they're over, man.
Yeah.
Those guys are over, man. Question: who stole the show, man? Who stood out? Who stole the show for you?
Oh, for me, I'm not gonna even say that the main event, because the main event was a whole different category on its own. But that tag team match between Ospreay and Swerve and the Young Bucks, my God, that was good.
Okay.
And them four right there, they all look good.
So you said all four of them stole the show.
All four of them. Yeah, I think. That's one of my opinion. And I was happy to see Okada and Kenny, but I feel like that's not one of their best matches. But I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
I don't doubt that they run that back. In the near future.
That was their fifth time fighting.
Got to.
We need more of it, man. Just keep fighting every every month. Omega and Okada.
Right.
They'll cook food the whole time. All right, Adelie, you got any other questions about All In?
Yeah, I guess the more questions I had for you were in the live experience and thinking about who was someone you were looking forward to, and how did it experience, and was it like outside of the Outrunners, was there someone you were looking forward to, or better yet, was there someone you were surprised by that you were not maybe thinking about anything, and then you saw their match or saw them live and they really spoke to you or they came across really well?
So I am more of a WWE guy than anything, so I'll follow WWE more than anything. Like Wednesday nights, I ain't gonna lie, we usually record on Wednesday night, so it's hard for me to watch AEW. So I watch what I can. So I try to keep up, and I ask John, and he probably get pissed off, like, hey, stop asking me, just watch. But this show right here, it was 3 matches that really caught my attention that I wanted to see, and the first one was Kenny and Okada. I'm like, yes, I get to see this in person. I want to see this. The second one was Toni Storm and Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then the last one I'm looking forward to, because I like this dude. He's definitely gonna be a top star. Kyle Fletcher and Adam Cole. I was looking forward to that match right there. And then during the 0 hour, I'm on my phone. I'm like, wait, this dude vacated the title. Like, wait, what? I'm like, this dude having a bad break.
Yeah.
Like ever since he jumped ship, he can't get right. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. You think it's concussions related, or
I don't know. I can't tell you.
It's just kind of weird, out of place, Yeah. It sucks, man. It sucks.
Were you already there when he made a speech and whatnot?
Yeah, I seen the speech.
Oh yeah, because I was already made. Because I heard the reports online that once he made it, it was right before the tag match, right? That it kind of deflated the stadium. Was that kind of the feeling inside, or did it just kind of it just in the moment?
So it was just in the moment because, like I said, I seen it on the 0 hour that on my phone that he vacated the title. I'm like, damn, I can't believe he did that. And then his music went off. The place went nuts. He did it, did the boom and the Adam Cole baby, and then he basically had his speech, and then they announced that it's going to be a fatal 4-way or whatever 4 they call it. And you see like everybody like pretty choked up. Daniel Garcia, he's damn near crying, hugged him, and it's like, okay.
That sucks, man.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, that's awful. Well, we're definitely pulling for Adam. He's definitely been one of our 100%. Favorite wrestlers past decade. He's been one of my favorites for sure. No matter if it was him being in ROH to NXT and now AEW,
PWG for me.
PWG, exactly. So I'm definitely hoping for a speedy recovery for that guy, because he definitely deserves as much success as possible, because he seems like a super genuine person. At least everyone that speaks on him, it always seems as though they love the guy. So I can't help but cheer for those kind of people, man. But we're definitely pulling for him. But Dom, man, I'm glad that you were able to go down to Dallas and check out their cigar bars and barbecue and all that good stuff. Did you get a cowboy hat?
Nah, man, I was thinking about it. Actually, I wanted to get some cowboy boots. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm like, I can't afford that.
Nice.
I can't afford that.
Yeah. Getting a cowboy hat is like one of the number one tourist things to do. Like they immediately ID you as a tourist. You're like, when I went down for Mania, I had a cowboy hat. They were like, "Yeah, you're not from here, are you?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm from Atlanta." And I wanted to wear a cowboy hat. This is the reason why I got it. So, and I still got that hat. I love that hat.
It's crazy how big the Dallas metropolitan area is. How it is, man. Because I went to the lounge, the Smoke Chemistry Social. It's you're not from around here. I could tell by your accent. I didn't even think I had an accent. But what are you down here for? I'm here for the wrestling show. Like, what wrestling show? I'm like, the one that's gonna be right across the street tomorrow. Like, that's crazy.
And they didn't know that?
The locals didn't know that.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, because the same thing happened to me when I went to WrestleMania 38. I went to Gillies, right inside, right across the street from the stadium too. They had no idea what was going on.
That's nuts.
Because I had Austin 316 t-shirt. So what does that mean? I'm like, are you for
that's
real?
crazy.
In Texas, you don't know what that means?
That's
Wow.
crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, so-
I used to be in tune with everything going on in the city but I also ran a sports bar, so you gotta be aware of what the hell's going on. But yeah, man, thanks for contributing to today's episode.
Yeah, appreciate it, Don.
Yeah, man. Let the people know where they can find you as well as the podcast.
All right, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am Dom. I_am_Dom. It doesn't matter podcast. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all platforms. You can find us. We have a show on Mondays. We have shows on Thursdays. Some shows on Fridays. We talking about everything, old school, new school. We take it back, and we'll be doing an AEW review from my perspective, John's perspective, and Abel's perspective. Abel didn't go to the show, but he watched, so we're gonna hear what he had to say too. So
no doubt.
So, yeah,
shout out to the team over there, man.
Yes,
I see y'all. I definitely see y'all.
We all got to get you on the show. Do one thing, one big show.
Yeah, man. We're here for it, man. I'm all in on that kind of stuff. No pun intended, But listeners, thank you again for checking us out. I'm Adrian. You already know it's no BS coming from me. This is Out of League, out on the West Coast. And we were joined today by Dom from the It Doesn't Matter podcast. We are Talk 'em in the Building, a pro wrestling podcast where we talk about the promo. We talk about the talkers. We hype the hype man. Of course, we pontificate upon the promo. Thank y'all again for checking us out. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your week. Peace.